What is good, YouTube? What is good? Welcome into another show once again. LastWord Productions. I'm your host, Tavares Wilson. Of course, you do not know. I always get the last word. But before we get into anything at all, man, I want to go ahead and say if you're not doing so already, go ahead and hit like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. We live right now over there. Hit that bell notification, be notified whenever we do go live. And remember, I'm across all platforms, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'm everywhere. So if y'all not doing so already, go ahead and hit the follow. But without further ado, man, we got the same guys joining up. We got Mike who just joined up. What's up, bro? How you feeling? I can't hear you, bro. Yeah, I can't hear you at all. All right, so he having some difficulties, but we got Will here too. But like you trying to handle something right now. But without further ado, let's get off into the show, man. I want to talk about some things that's going on right now around the league. And let me see if I can hear you, Mike. Try talking, bro. Yeah, I still can't hear you, dog. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear you though. Let me see something. Let me try to mute you. Say something now. They say your mic not connected. But let's get off into some news, man. Let's talk about some things. I'm trying to share the page. I don't know what's going on. Technical difficulties tonight, I see. Give me 1 second, y'all. I have no idea why it's doing this. I'm trying to share the page. Let me see if that worked that time. All right. All right, that did work. All right, so let's get up into the first topic, Will. So
If you took all the rest of them,
first
so
thing I
that
want to
was
talk about is the Sixers and they hot start right now. The Sixers, I believe, they're 5-0 right now, if I'm not mistaken. VJ Edgecombe has been playing well. Tyrese Maxey is the biggest story for them, though, man. He's been at another level so far to start of this season. The other night he just went, excuse me. The other night he just went for 40, if I'm not mistaken, or 39, excuse me, in the overtime win over the Wizards, and they are 4-0 currently. But what are your thoughts on the Sixers so far this season, bro? Do you think this team has made the strides to be better, or this is just early season success?
Well, I mean, I think it could be both. I think when it comes to a team like the Sixers, who's had the potential to be a good team, but they've dealt with either players not being consistent or not living up to necessarily the hype, I think it kind of, makes it hard to necessarily judge this early on. What I will say is they look like they're playing well, and they look like the coaching is working well because they seem to play. They're playing a lot more disciplined from what I've seen. I only watched 3 games. So from what I've seen, they're playing more disciplined than they were last year, even towards the end of the season. So I'd say if I had to say now, I think it might be a mixture of both. But I couldn't tell you, bro. To be honest, like I think I need to see more personally before I can give a valid judgment.
Right. I think from where I sit and how I view it, I think this team is making the right strides, but I don't know if they're ready to necessarily compete. But I will say this: the East this season seems to be wide open. I mean, Milwaukee has been playing well, but you got Giannis. And the past couple seasons, he's been one and done in the playoffs. So who knows? The Heat are nobody really to talk about. I believe they're 3-1. They're still not anyone that anyone is have on a radar to come out the East. The Celtics, of course, is without Jason Tatum. You have, excuse me. You have the Raptors who are trying to find themselves, and you got everyone else really. I mean, the Hawks aren't what people thought they would be at this point. Orlando isn't either. So the East is really like up for grabs right now. So if the time to figure it out for the Sixers, I don't know what the hell Tua just do, but the time for anyone to figure it out now for the Sixers would be now because, like I said, the East, there's no clear-cut winner or anyone who's favored by that large margin to win the East right now. So if they want to make a move, they got to do it now, in my personal opinion. So
I agree with that,
you
bro.
continuously develop your young players because Tyrese Maxey, Edge Crum, I forgot the other guy they had last season, man, who played well. Let me look at his name real quick. It's gonna kill me if I don't remember. He hasn't been playing. Jared McCain. That's who. If Jared McCain can come back and play well with them, and Paul George can give them something, I think they got a chance. But we got to see though.
Yeah, I agree.
Who do
you think would be a good move for them? Like if they could trade for somebody, like who do you think? What position? If you have a specific player, like who do you think?
I mean, honestly, man, they need wing play, man. They have no real good, to me, in my opinion, 3-and-D wing or like 3-level scorer. If I had to say a specific name, though, I think a good fit for them would be someone, I don't know, maybe a Kawhi Leonard. I think Kawhi's pretty much, I think he's ran his course with the Clippers. They haven't looked good this season. And I think he's, quite frankly, I think he's mentally checked out, if I'm being honest. I don't think he wants to be there. And
I think it also might help because his trade value is really diminished since he's older, injury prone, hasn't really played basketball in like the last 4 years, really. So,
yeah,
you think they would try him for Embiid? Because I'm not gonna lie, if I'm the Sixers, I'm getting rid of Embiid, bro. Like,
I think that's the biggest. I think that's the one move they do for sure needing to make. I think they need to make a decision on Embiid, and it looks like they're building through their backcourts now because, like I said, McCain. You got Edgecombe who's playing well. Tyrese Maxey is becoming one of the better guards in the league. And so you got guys who you can build on. So Joel Embiid, while to his credit, he's one of the better players in the league when he's healthy, is at the top of his game. But the thing is, it hasn't worked. So that's the problem. Like we've given you multiple pieces, multiple avenues to make this ship, float, and it just hasn't. Right. So you have to at some point move on from the process because it just hasn't worked. And I think moving on from Embiid would be the best move for them for sure. I'm just not sure if they're ready to make that move because they have so much money invested in him. And
but I think that's the main reason that they should really get rid of him at this point because he's not really, he hasn't done anything for the team really. Like, yeah, he's obviously been an elite player, but he's been injured, and then on top of that, he's not winning them. He's not giving them playoff success. So I feel like you dump off his large contract, and maybe you can trade for somebody who might just be a little bit more productive within the system. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What's up, Mike? You back?
Yeah, man.
All right, we can hear you now. But we were just talking about the Sixers' early success, man. What do you make of it? You think it's fool's gold, or you think they're making actual strides?
I think they made the right decision to have a dynamic backcourt by drafting VJ Edgecombe. And him and Tyrese Maxey together are playing off each other very well right off the rip. And so with them playing that well, you really don't like the impact of having or not having a Joel Embiid or having or not having a PG healthy is not as bad, especially in the East this year. Like the East is wide open anyway. So you can afford to lean on them young boys and let them just go. Honestly, let them play. Everybody else around them seems to be playing they roll and playing well off them and doing what they're supposed to do. I know Joel had mentioned he was upset about playing in spurts, like he felt like he'd rather just not play, or is messing up his rhythm, or he's the kind of player that gets better as the game goes on. But the problem with that is you also the kind of player that gets hurt as the game goes on, my boy. So like, let these young boys do the lift. Like for real, honestly, for him, you only need him for the playoffs. For real, let these young boys do all the heavy lifting. Maxie 24, VJ 19, 20. Let them young boys do all the heavy lifting in the regular season. Go and get you to the playoffs, and then that's when you can turn up. We can feed. The game slow down in the playoffs anyway, so that's when you can afford to slow it down. Feed the post more with Embiid. The spacing will be a lot better because he can pick and pop. He can shoot the 3 too. So I say let them young boys keep going. Like don't stunt VJ's growth. Don't stunt Maxie's leap. Like Maxie's taking this leap to. I think he's already been an all-star maybe once, but he's taking this leap to where he could be considered a star player. Like, so you can do that. Like, you've been an MVP already. You've already been an All-NBA player. Your injuries hold you back all the time. So let them young boys hoop. It's working, too. So, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. Me and T was saying, do you think that it would be smart for them to try to trade Joel Embiid early in the season pretty much and try to find, like, a wing?
So, in order to trade him and actually get what he might be worth, you would have to disrupt the rhythm of your team. So, you may be better off holding on to him for now. Just maybe close to the deadline, see what y'all record look like, see how he's playing, if he's better or whatever. But in order to get his max value, you would need to let him display his full array of ability so teams know he's still Joel Embiid, or at least enough to trade for him so you can maximize your return on him. And so I don't think it would be a good idea to trade him just yet. I would say wait closer to after Christmas. NBA pick up really after Christmas, so wait closer to the All-Star break and see what's going on. And then if you look like you're rolling without him, he's still not necessarily the main reason, get rid of him.
Like I said, I think it's too much invested in too much money right now, and I agree with you, Mike. They have too much tied in with them right now, and I don't know about affecting the team chemistry per se because he is playing in spurts, but I do agree from the standpoint of that he does have to build his value back up. I do agree with that because right now he's playing 20, 22 minutes a night. I mean that's not something people are going to want to give up a bag for because you're going to have to trade a bag for him. I mean, his contract alone demands that. So
it's like 5.5 minutes a quarter. Like that ain't.
Yeah, so it's like it's not going to suffice. They need to see more on the film and make sure his body can still sustain and be sustained and withstand the long two and the long run of a season. So I mean, I don't know. To me, in my personal opinion, I think they see how it plays out, but I think the best move in the future will be to move on from Embiid ultimately. I think that is the best move.
I agree, bro. I think that this season will be the one. I mean, you see how your young players are playing. I feel like there's no need to halt the growth and potential rhythm of a team waiting for him to either be healthy enough to play all season or wait till we pretty much get towards the end of the season for him to be productive. Because he's going to try to come in later in the year. The rhythm's going to be messed up because he got to catch his strides along with catching the strides where the team's already at. I feel like that's just a bad mix altogether. Now, granted, he's a good player, so I feel like he could get that in rhythm pretty fast, but you never really know because once you start playing a certain type of ball without somebody, they only start really playing, let's say, 40 games into the year because of load management, stuff like that, yada, yada, or injuries, whatever. Then it disrupts the rhythm that you've built, with these guys on the floor 10 times in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I wouldn't really try to keep him, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
I think his benefit though, like I was saying, though, like playoff basketball, the game slows down. So like it'll benefit him because he's a paint touch player, so he can get his paint touches without them having to crash. He's a pick and pop, he can shoot it through. So like he won't necessarily just clog the lane. Like he can get his ass out the lane, go in the corner, stand in the corner, and let Maxie go one-on-one or let VJ get down here. He don't necessarily have to be in the paint. And because he can actually shoot, you really can't help off of him because he'll knock the shot down. So I see, but even regardless of what happens after this year, if they continue to pace their own as far as VJ and Maxie playing on each other, he's gone regardless. I just wouldn't get rid of him just yet until he build his value back up.
I feel it. Well, let's move off into another NBA player, young guy who's been playing well. Austin Reeves, been playing out of his mind lately. I believe he was averaging after the game when he hit against the Timberwolves, he was averaging for the week 35 and 10. I mean, he's the only Laker to do that in their history outside of Magic Johnson, which is credible to say the very least. And consider some of the names and great names and players that has come through that organization. But my question to y'all is, do y'all believe Austin Reeves is the best third option in the league right now?
I don't know. I mean, listen, bro, it's only 5 games in, bro. Like, I don't know. There's quite a few good players out there. I mean, he's definitely one of the more talented, but I mean, he's not. I would say one of the better defenders. So I think it kind of evens out in certain points, but he's definitely one of the most talented.
All right, so you don't believe he's the best third option in the league?
If I had to say right now, playing wise this season so far, yeah, I don't think that you can debate it so far this season. But I feel like it's only 5 games in to just say that he's going to be the best third option in the league.
It was conversations last year about him being the best. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I mean that's respectful. I mean, I respect it. I'm not mad at it.
What you say, Mike?
I was going to say that was my first point. Like, we was having these conversations last year, and he's clearly gotten better this year. Like, no Bron and no Luka. Yeah, he playing on his mind. I don't expect him to keep averaging 34. But based on the way he's getting the 34, it's not like it's impossible. Like, he could continue this based on the way that he's getting 34. Like, he's hitting middies, he's hitting floaters, he's getting to the free throw line, he can shoot. His ball handling, he's averaging 30. So as of now, so far in the season, 5-6 games in, he's averaging 34, 10, and 5. Like, that's crazy considering first 2 games, Luka had 49 and then 41 or something like that. So he wasn't even the primary scorer the first couple of games, and he still increases averages to this level.
Didn't he drop like 90 points in his 2 games combined?
90 something points. Yeah, it was like 40. He had 49 and 41. So it was almost 100, like 90 something. Yeah, in the first 2 games. So you got to think about that. That took shots away from him from what he get now. And last night, I think it was when they played the T-Wolves, he didn't have 30, but he had 10 assists. Like, 16 assists. Yeah, 26, 16. So it's like, even if y'all don't let me get off, they was picking him up full court, bro. Like, face guarding this man full court, and he still gave you 16 assists, and he still game balls. Now, Jake LaRavia, credit to him, had 27 too, but I gave you the same amount of points, and I gave you 16 assists, which is insane. Like,
yeah.
That's considering we don't know anybody else on that team to that degree. To be like, who are these assists to? Jake LaRavia, Dalton Connect, like Rui Hachimura, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe a couple of DeAndre Ayton, but these are not like household names that you just be like, oh, I know that guy, unless you're just a hoop head. Which so
I also think best is going to be contributed to who plays, not just like, you know, most talented, but who plays the best? Who plays the best when you're actually the third option? Like how well is he going to be when Bron and Luka are both playing? Like, what is his production going to be? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I think that also matters. I mean, he's like I said, he's definitely one of the more talented for sure.
I just think you look at who the other team's third options are. It's almost like a would you rather kind of situation. Like, would I rather have somebody that could potentially bump up to a number 1 option if my top 2 guys fell out, and this is what I'm gonna get? I'm gonna take that guy over another dude who may be the third option and may slightly bump maybe 2 or 3 more points, a couple more rebounds. Like he went from like 18 to 35. Like that's a crazy jump. Like, so I think it's a credit to him, honestly, ultimately, regardless of where he lands. But his hard work and the work he put in this summer. He did mention how missing that corner 3 in the playoffs last year stuck with him all summer and then made him grind hard. You can clearly see the fruits of that labor. So
his next bag is going to be immaculate.
So he turned down. They tried to get him again for the 3 for 115 or something. He told him no, he's finna get 200. If he play anywhere close to this rest of the year, he's getting 200 million for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna get a bag for sure.
It's true shoot, but like that's insane.
But well, yeah. So let me ask you this. So before we move on, let me ask you this. So you think he a better third scoring option than Derrick White?
I think just player for player, he's the better scoring option. But
Yes.
But like I said, when it comes to playing in the system and actually being the third option, how well do you adjust to that rhythm? Because it's different. It's different when you got the ball in your hands, you're the main ball, main scorer and everything else. But like sometimes you be out of rhythm when there's two guys ahead of you. That's my only concern.
And I agree. But I would say yes. Also, just like the point I made, if Derek White had Boston's number one option, do you think they still win the basketball game?
Could they win? I think yes. They
could. I mean, there have been games with JB and Jason Tatum been out, and Derek White and Peyton.
Jason Tatum is not playing this whole year, so
he's done for the year for sure. So but now he's been bumped up to second option technically now. Well, no, third still because you got Anthony Simons that's still that they try to kind of push up. So he's still the third option, even with JT being out.
So, I mean, but even if you want to look at other names, like we can talk about Chet, or you feel me? You can talk about RJ Barrett right now with the Raptors.
Second scoring option, bro. You're talking
Chet, the second scoring option?
Hell yeah.
J-Dub.
Hell no, over J-Dub? No.
Chet.
No.
He's been more productive scorer than Chet so far this year.
I don't know.
We're talking about period. We know who's the second option.
Yeah, he was hurt to start.
He may have started the season better. That don't mean he's taking the reins of the second option. He's not that.
Yeah, no, them boys went 40 apiece in the playoff game, bro.
All right. All right. Well, then I'm gonna say no to that because I think
you think Chet's a better third option.
Yeah, me personally. I mean, that's no bias. Like all OKC fan aside. I mean, just scoring. Then I don't think he's better. But as an overall player, I would take him over.
So do you think if J-Dub and Shea go out, you think he can produce enough to get them? Obviously, he wouldn't have 10 assists. He probably had 10 rebounds and assists. Obviously, he plays center, so that's realistic. But
I think yes, just because the system is so good. I don't think that they would necessarily need to score a whole bunch of points because most of the guys coming off the bench are defenders anyway.
So then, does that lean itself more to the system being just that good, or him really being the best?
No, bro, he's a really good player, bro.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. Excuse me, but. Next thing I want to discuss the load management comments by Jordan. And let me pull up the exact quote by him. I had screenshotted it earlier.
He says y'all play basketball like 2.5 hours a day or 3 hours a day.
He said you play basketball 2.5 hours a day. So what the hell are you doing for the other times? Or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, let me just get y'all thoughts on that, man. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all both know the quote, but it's right here. I found it. But it says, well, it shouldn't be needed first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove it was something that I felt like the fans are there that watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up top. And then he added on by saying, you have a duty that if they're wanting to see you, and as an entertainer, I want to show. And the quote that you was referencing was, basically he's saying, you play basketball for 2.5 hours a day, so what the hell you're doing the other 22.5 hours? Well, 21.5 hours, excuse me. So what do y'all make of that quote? Do y'all agree with Jordan or y'all think he off base?
I mean, I agree. No, I'm not gonna say I agree 100% because I mean, personally, I don't know if it's necessarily the easiest thing to do to play 82 games a year. I'm not a professional basketball player for a reason. So with that said, I'm gonna say I agree probably about 90%. I do think that players should play more. I think load management is just a bit overhandled right now, and I feel like a lot of players are sitting out of games that they could play in perfectly fine. I also feel like that's a reason that players are also injured more because their bodies do not be in rhythm of consistently working, hard work in and out week after week. I think this is kind of like the same thing in football, like how practices are so much lighter now. So people get a lot more like soft tissue injuries and things like that. So I do think that players should play more. I'm not gonna say they necessarily need to play every single game of the year, but if a player is only playing 60 games, I think they could play more games than that if they're healthy. You know what I mean, respectfully.
What you say, Mike?
I think everything is different, right? So people always say when we say it's a lot of games, we always get the older players saying, "Well, we played 82 games," or Michael Jordan played 10 seasons, played 82 games. Blah blah blah. It's like, okay, that's great. At the same time, bro, these athletes are not the same, bro. Like there were no KDs in the 80s and 90s. There were no, you know what I'm saying? Even with the shooters they had back then, there were no Stephs, there were no LeBrons in the 80s and 90s. So it's like expecting these guys to run, jump, move the way they do, and play 82 games is just a lot. It's a lot different. You're having to guard better players. You're having to defend better players. You're putting more wear and tear on your body because you up and down, up and up and down. Your back is more athletic players, so you jumping more, you landing on your knees all the time. I think the only way players can successfully play more games, honestly, not the only way, is if they change the design of these shoes. Because people are also worried about injuries, bro. Like you get a calf strain now as an NBA player or as an NFL player, either one. I'm not playing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Every time a player has a calf strain and they come back, they tear their Achilles within like 2 games. It happens every time. So it's like, am I willing to put myself at risk now, trying to come back early to prove a point or to play for the dude who bought a ticket who may not see the game this year? Sorry, bro. I'm not. Like, and it's not me saying screw the fans or saying whatever, but at the same time, if I get hurt and I'm cooked for the season, I'm scoring the whole team. So it's like, I think you just gotta be smart about how you do it. Like, so like Will was saying, I don't agree entirely. I do get like, if you can play, you should play. If you're genuinely at risk, depending on the type of injury you have and all the lower extremity injuries we're seeing lately, we don't do it. Like, it's not worth it. It's just not. And so I would be more cautious than most people.
Understandable. I agree with both of y'all. I think I get where Jordan's coming from. I get the sentiment, and because I remember this was something Kobe alluded to before too. God rest his soul. That he was saying like, maybe what if it's a little boy out there who paid for these tickets? His parents bought this for his birthday to come see me play, and I'm not out there for whatever reason. Like I'm going to play every game I can play, and I think that's the good and correct mentality to have. But the thing is like what you just said, Mike. Is like we have to be understanding that there's a line, a thin line there. It's a difference between load management and actually taking care of your body. Like we have to respect that line and we have to acknowledge that line. Because I think a lot of guys, let me use Kawhi Leonard, for example. I think a lot of guys have given him a lot of flex over the years, but we've seen there's a clear decline there with the player he's been. Like he'll have spurts and months where he looks like, damn, this the Kawhi that we remember that not carried, but who was a monster on the Raptors and who pretty much carried that city on his back to a championship. But now when you watch him play, he tried to play these back-to-backs and all this other stuff. He looks like a player who is just lost a step. And he's clearly someone who genuinely needs to take nights off because he just doesn't have it anymore. And then you can look at guys like Paul George now. You can look at someone like Anthony Davis who tries to play through injuries consistently and just can't. So it's like we have to be more understanding with certain players in certain instances. And that's why when they make these guys the poster childs of load management, all this other stuff, it's kind of crazy to me because it's like, no, they already played 82 games. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body, regardless of how long and how much you train through the summer. Like, you got to play 40 minutes every other night for what, 6-7 months? This is not realistic. It's not like this isn't back in the day where guys, you feel me, they didn't have to worry about a guy blowing past them who 6'9", 250, 40-inch vertical, could get them, could put them in the rim, could, you know, like you don't have to worry about being able to move and be mobile and nimble every night, bro. Like, and the difference is this is a less physical league than it was back then, to Jordan's point. But we also got to take into consideration that with that being the case, there's a lot of guys who are getting soft tissue injuries and a lot of guys who are getting injuries based off of the fact that there's a lot of miscues happening on the court, like Michael just alluded to with the shoes, or even with the equipment itself. Because I personally believe this, and I said this a while ago in the pod, that I believe the advancements of medicine is one of the downfalls of athletes. I think their bodies are too dependent on the new medicines, the new research, the therapies, the treatments they receive. I think their bodies are too dependent on that stuff. They need to get back to just the basics. And to me, because as we all know, the human body, once you become like reluctant on a routine, it adjusts to it and it starts to need that treatment. So when you take that away and you're not doing that, or you skip a few sessions here and there, that could be detrimental. So I think we have to get back to the basics, man. I think they got to get back to just OG training, you know, ice baths, not the hyperbolic chambers and all this other bullshit. Like it's not necessary, bro. And I respect it. I get it. It's a grind, but it's like we got to sometimes simple is good. That's it. Sometimes simple good.
I definitely agree with y'all. I think my one pushback to they're playing better athletes every week is you're also a better athlete. Like the people that you're playing, you're better than the guys that were playing back then, just like they are. So you adjust to the times. You're as good as you are in your era as they were in their era. You know, respectfully, the tiers of players, not player for player and stuff like that. But you know, you got your tiers of players who are as good as the tiers of players back then. So I just feel like it don't really have nothing to do with how athletic new guys are. I think it has everything to do with what you were saying. There's a lot of soft tissue injuries because people are wearing shoes they're not supposed to be wearing. You know what I mean? They're not practicing as hard as they used to back in the day. The new technologies, like you said, you know what I mean? There's so much stuff. And then load management plays into that because their body is not being forced,
not being challenged.
They're not putting it in routine for the muscles to be working all the time. Like guys back then were healthy because, like you said, they were on the basics. They knew what shoes to wear, shoes that supported their feet, their ankles, all that other stuff. They knew, hey, I'm not gonna go for this dunk from the foul line because I know I'm gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? They were taking better dunk selections, better layup selections. While it's more exciting for us because it looks better to the eye, it's more aesthetically pleasing, it's also more dangerous. So there's so many things. I think pretty much everything you said was spot on. Like a lot of the stuff needs to go back to the basics and less of relying on team doctors, medicines, and these technologies to stay healthy and to stay safe out here. Because if you were putting in that work yourself, you will rely on that less during the year. Like LeBron, how he's always putting money into his body. You know, he's always working out. He's always keeping his body healthy. Bron does some of the most physically demanding stuff all year long, but he stays generally healthy. He's been a little more injured lately. I mean, he's old though.
Yeah, but I say that's more so due to age. Yeah. But you're right.
You know what I mean? But his whole career, he was healthy because he always trains and puts the work in along with making sure he's eating right and all the things that are basic to your body. A lot of these players are not eating right. You know what I mean? Zion, for example, that nigga was like 350 or some crazy shit. You know what I mean? So like,
he's looked good this year, by the way. I thought
he's actually on the court. It's amazing what happens when you actually play basketball.
Right? Didn't he just get injured though?
He always looks good when he plays though. But he got injured on, I think he got a sprained ankle, I think. It ain't nothing too crazy like it's been. So
yeah, but I agree with you, T. Like it's so much depending on things that aren't really necessary to why I think that their bodies react the way they do to all the physically demanding things they do.
Right. But what's good, Gino? We should just, out here on the pod, bro. Hit like, subscribe, my boy, if you haven't done so already. But let's get into right now. Let me give y'all a quick update. Thursday Night Football. The Ravens are in the red zone. 14-6 still is the score, and they're at, I believe, the 12-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. But they looking like they might at least get a field goal out of this drive. But let's get off into some football, man. Y'all know me, man. I love football. Y'all talk football.
Sure.
So the topic I want to discuss, man. I think. Listen, before I let y'all go, I gotta say this, bro. Listen, I know a lot of people are not the biggest Shedeur Sanders supporters, and I know a lot of people don't believe he'll come in and be that much better for the Browns because the Browns do have a lackluster offensive talent outside of Quinshon Judkins and just a few good linemen here and there, and maybe David Njoku on a good week. But I'm sorry, bro. Dylan Gabriel is fucking awful. Like we listen. We gotta call it what it is, bro. And this is no disrespect to the man. Hey, I'm sure he's a good human being. I don't know the man. Maybe he, you feel me? Probably was a straight A student. I don't know. I know he's not good at football, bro. It's like pulling teeth watching that nigga throw the ball. Like it's just not good. And I, for the life of God, do not understand why Kevin Stefanski is just so hell bent on supporting this shit. Like it's like it gets to a point where it's clear. It's clear. A player is simply just a coach's player, and that's what's happening. Because it's been reported. It's been reported Stefanski was a Gabriel guy. He wanted Gabriel to be drafted. That was his guy. And we know the GM is the one who wanted to draft Shedeur. And for whatever reason, despite the fact that the offense is literally abysmal week in and week out, he refuses to at least make any kind of move. Like it to me, it's embarrassing, and it's going to get him fired. And if I'm being frank, and it's unfortunate because I don't think Stefanski's a bad coach by any means, but he's playing himself out of a job right now, bro. But let me get back to the main question I had, man. Do y'all think at any point in this season Shedeur Sanders will play?
I think yes. I give it like 2 or 3 more weeks, bro. If Dylan Gabriel's still pretty doo-doo, bro, I think they're going to throw Shedeur in there. I don't really see a reason to keep him in. It's not like he's reason that they've won a game. It's not like he's really providing any type of spark to the offense. You know what I mean? He's not any type of significant player for him to demand a spot.
Yeah, their plan is to literally hand the ball off to Quinshon Judkins 25 to 30 times a game and just pray to God Dylan Gabriel don't throw the game away. Like that's literally how they're playing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy to me because I watch these niggas. Like I watched them just the other week against the Dolphins. Like I watched them against the Patriots this last week. Bro, it is bad. And what makes it worse, right? When you turn the film on, there's niggas open. Like Isaiah Bond was wide open on a corner route, and he missed him because he underthrew the ball by at least 10 yards. I'm like, what are we seeing? Like, what? I don't like it. To me, bro, what makes it so confusing? Because, bro, football is such a simple sport. It's either you can do it or you can't. Like, it's one or the other. Is he good or is he not? Like, it's no way they're walking into practice every day and just saying, "Yep, this the guy, man. This who gonna bring it home, bro." Like, it's no way.
My thing is, I know he can't look that good in practice because the Browns' defense is good. So I know he can't look that good in practice. You know what I mean? And now you're playing other teams and also not looking good, bro. That doesn't, you know what I mean? That's crazy. That's insanity.
What you got, Mike?
So when this whole experiment started when we saw them draft him. We saw them draft Gabriel. We saw them basically these niggas that had 6 quarterbacks this year, bro.
They're paying 8 quarterbacks. They're paying.
I'm sorry, 6 that I can think of. You had Flacco, Gabriel, Shedeur, Zappy, Snoop, Kenny Pickett, who you traded. Who else did they have?
Deshaun Watson.
Everybody say they got Deshaun Watson still on the book.
Watson, I don't count because he can't play. He got a 20 Kings. He can't play nowhere. So that's why I didn't bring him up. But, bro, y'all done had 6 quarterbacks in the building, and y'all have gone out of y'all way at this point. At first, everybody was like, y'all just being irrational. Y'all just want to see Shador play, blah, 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 give the kid a chance. Cool. Okay, maybe y'all was right. But you're going out of your way at this point to avoid playing him, bro. The man was throwing Sunday in warm-up. He was all over TV. We all saw him. And then all of a sudden, he's scratched with a back injury, and Bailey Zappi's the
Bailey Zappi is the backup quarterback. He's now scratched. That's crazy.
Get the fucking Bailey Zappi's trash, dog.
Yeah, Bailey Zappi is
first of all, I'm not no dude with the last name Zappi is playing quarterback for me, dog. I'm sorry. There's nothing about your presence that says you can play quarterback competently for me. Your best players want to see Shador play. You lose. Miles is about to be. He finna ask for a trade again at the end of the season if he hasn't already at this point. You got all your best players, and all your defensive players at that. Denzel Ward said he want to see him play. Myles Garrett wants to see him play. I promise you, the receivers want to see him play. Because, like you said, they run it open. They can't get nothing. Jerry Jeudy, non-existent. Isaiah Bond, non-existent. And Joe Cool, even though he's out of the lineup, non-existent. They're like, nobody's getting the ball. And they almost jagged the whole Quinshon Judkins thing. Like, y'all didn't even want to pay him. It took bro. Bro didn't come in till week 2. He didn't play the first game because y'all was playing around with his money. Like, so
and then he barely even got playing time week 2. You know what I mean? So
y'all almost doing that protection. So, like, I don't know what they're doing. But Kevin Stefanski went from not being on the hot seat. If he does not play Shador this year, bro, he's going to be fired. He's going to be fired. If he does not play Shador, he's going to get fired. He's going to get fired because it's going to be proof that you intentionally just were being stubborn and deliberately unwilling to change and acknowledge that you're wrong. And one thing about being a head coach, you have to be a leader of men, but you also got to be a man just on your own and be able to say, I messed this up, or maybe I thought I had something here I don't have. Worst case scenario, you play him and he don't play no better than Dylan Gabriel, you look right, cool. But if he does, now you at least know you got a quarterback. Keep Dylan Gabriel as the backup, cool, whatever. You like him, that's your boy. Keep him around, let him hold the clipboard. Y'all can go sip coffee together in the morning. I don't care. But indeed, this is the perfect time to get him ready to play. It's the bye week. Make the switch.
Yeah, like, especially if he ends up playing anytime this year and looks good, it looks worse the longer you wait.
The longer you wait, it looks worse. And what they're doing is putting him in a position to make him fail intentionally. And I think that's what makes it look so bad. Like, the things they're doing is blatantly obvious to everybody watching. Like, they the only ones in the building that think that we're dumb and don't see what they're doing. And I think that's the indictment. Like, bro, we all can see it. None of us are NFL GMs or coaches, and we have 2 eyes and can clearly see that y'all trying to screw this man over. And for what? At this point, y'all proved y'all point. He was supposed to be a first-round pick, 7th quarterback taken. Y'all didn't take him. He was in the 5th round. Bro came in, did everything you asked him to do. He works. He don't say nothing. And honestly, he gets more attention based off the media asking him questions. He's not going out of his way doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, how many third string quarterbacks is really getting talked about, bro? Like,
none, because
bro, they followed this man into a car dealership asking questions.
Yeah, right. And then people get mad. You're a third string quarterback. Why are you talking? Because y'all keep asking me questions. Then if I don't talk, y'all gonna say I'm being immature. Like, he can't win, bro. Put the man in the game. Let his talent speak for him. If he can play, he can play. If he can't, he can't. Like you said, either you can do it or you can't. It's real simple. And running the West Coast offense that they run, he's the perfect quarterback for that. He's an accurate passer. He's going to dip and dunk and dot people up and throw the ball accurately and get the ball in playmakers' hands like Judy, like Isaiah Bond, who can do, get extra yak and do everything they got to do. But just playing, bro. Like, what are you? You're losing your locker room over being stubborn and stupid at this point. He's too smart of a coach. He's won Coach of the Year twice. So you're an intelligent football man. Don't overthink this. Don't be stupid and cost yourself a job because you wanted to prove a point. Because guess what? When they fire you and Dylan Gabriel's still on the roster as the backup, that's your boy, but now he got a job and you don't. So, like, what good does that do him?
Yeah, for sure. Let me add this before we move on to the next topic, man. I think once Shador Sanders does get a shot, I personally don't think he's going to play with the Browns. I don't think they're going to make the move. I think Stefanski is going to ride this out for as long as he can, and I think it will cost him his job. And it's unfortunate because, again, I think Stefanski's a solid coach. I don't think he's a bad coach by any means, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because the Gabriel family done paid him some money. I don't know if it's because it's his nephew and nobody don't know. I don't know, but it's just abundantly clear that he is hitched to Dylan Gabriel, bro. I don't know what it is. And it would be so much different if he was getting better. He's the same bad quarterback we seen in college. He's the same guy, the same shit. That's what makes it worse.
The internet was putting dots together, but I don't know if this is true. I didn't fact check it whatsoever, so it could be false. But they said that his dad used to coach Iverson, and his dad wasn't dealing with Iverson either, right? So they trying to say it running the bloodline, bro. Now, however y'all want to take that, y'all gonna take it, all right? But they saying it running the bloodline.
It might.
Listen, it got to be something, man. It got to be something.
Because what is he doing something wrong that you can't give him an opportunity to see if he sucks at his job or not? Like, that's what I'm trying. And then people will say stuff like, "Oh, well, they see him every day. They're in the building." How many players have we seen that coaches didn't give chances to go somewhere else or eventually get a chance?
I mean, hell, we seen it with the Browns with Hugh Jackson and Baker Mayfield. Like it's the reason why certain franchises stay bad. Like we seen it with the Browns with Baker with the Tyrod Taylor situation when Tyrod lost 3 straight. Baker came in, led a game-winning drive, and went on to make the playoffs the next season. You feel me? And won a playoff game. Or in that same season, he set the rookie quarterback record for most touchdown passes. Like, and he did it in 12 games. Like, it's a reason why certain teams stay bad. It's a reason.
It's like you at some point you gotta get out your own way, bro. Like, what y'all got 2 first-round picks next year. Now, granted, the QB class this year does not look phenomenal. So, if anything, I want to know if Shedeur is good enough to win me enough games this year to project into next year. And then if I don't like how he plays next year, or let's say he gets a full season and next year he's not what I want, you still can draft a quarterback the following season. But Dylan Gabriel's not it, bro. It's a reason bro played college football for 6 years, bro. Like, the man 25 years old as a rookie, bro. Like that's not an accident, bro. If he was that good to go, he would have left.
Right. The best part about them having 2 first-round picks is the quarterback class ain't that good. You could use both of those on offensive line if you want to power your running game, and then Shedeur will have more time because you're not going to start Gabriel next year. There's no way you're starting Gabriel.
Higher of the 2 picks, because I know somebody's going to reach for a quarterback every year because they do. Whichever pick is higher, trading back, and I'm picking up another from picking up a first this year, and whoever team that is, they first next year, they probably going to be asked next year too. And then next year,
and then you can either go 2 offensive linemen, you can go a wide receiver and a lineman, but you need offense. You know what I mean? Yeah. But crazy, before we move on, the whole AFC North might have new coaches next year. I mean, I pray to God the Steelers do.
They should. The entire
AFC North might have new coaches next year. That's crazy.
I sweep all 4 of them. It'd be funny.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about Zach Taylor, bro. I think Zach Taylor been getting some unfortunate hands, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I said the same thing, but it's a results-based league, bro.
Yeah,
I think that he might do good somewhere else, bro. Like, I would take him in Pittsburgh, honestly. I would. I'll take anyone over Tomlin. But
so you just
what I'm saying,
if they all get fired, bro, and they like rotate teams? That'd be crazy as hell.
That would be fucking hilarious. Tomlin cannot go to the Ravens, though. I'm gonna say that.
Tomlin take his ass to the Browns.
Take his ass to the Bengals. He don't know what to do with offense.
He'll go to the Browns because they got a defense already. So he'll go to the Browns. Zach will go to the Steelers, and then Harbaugh take his ass to the Bengals. It'll just be
that's crazy.
You can go on to Baltimore and figure it out with more.
That'd be crazy if they actually.
I'll laugh so hard, but that'd be like it's gonna be conspiracy theories, gambling wages on that. What's the line?
Yeah, no. But let's move up into the next topic. Let's talk about the Colts, man. As we know, the Colts are 6-1 right now, best record in the league. And Daniel Jones is simply playing out of his mind. Jonathan Taylor has resurged and looks like what he used to be 3 years ago. And the defense is playing well. So, with all that being said, are the Colts your favorite right now to come out of the AFC?
Are they my favorite to come out of the AFC? No. I think they're going to finish as the number 1 seed, though. But I'm never going to pick any quarterback over Mahomes. I'm not going to pick Daniel Jones over Josh Allen, and I'm not going to pick him over Lamar. And I believe Lamar is going to win the division. So, with that said, I don't believe that they're going to come out the AFC only because I would have to see Daniel Jones perform in the playoffs. But I do think they've made a hell of a stride this year. And with the right picks next year, they could be contending for the AFC.
Okay. All right. What you got, Mike?
Yeah, they're not coming out the AFC, bro. Pat, y'all see how Pat look, bro? With them boys actually on the field at the same time, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of Pat, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just personally as a Niner fan, I'm sick of this motherfucker. Every time, bro. This nigga a chance, bro. He wanted them to give a nigga an inch to take a mile. He kicked the door in every time. Every time we think another team gonna win a division, and they be having 3-4 game leads with the Chiefs look like absolute dog. They end up losing games they should lose, and then the gap don't be that wide. It be like a half a game or a game lead. Next thing you know, they ass 7-8 game win streak, or they win 13-14 in a row, which we've seen them do multiple seasons. Like I can't. Much as I hate him, bro, you just can't bet against him because every time he does it, he's never not been in the AFC Championship game in his entire life. Minimum. The only people that beat the man was Tom Brady, and then
Joe Burrow.
Who else? Tom beat him in the AFC.
Joe
Burrow, right? Twice. He's been playing for 9 years, dog. Only 2 people can say they beat that man in the biggest game in their conference, respectively, to get anywhere. So you just can't. As much as I want to, you done seen this movie too many times. We watched this movie for 8 years, bro, and it's the same ending every time. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, AFC Championship game. It's more so about who's going to play them. And if they get to the AFC Championship game, the Colts, unless they have, even if it's a home game, it's almost worse if it's a home game for them because then you got Pat indoors, no elements. That's almost worse for them. Because then he got all these speed receivers. It's going to be a track meet. They don't have no corners. If they get another corner, then maybe. But right now, no.
Well, the Colts got corners coming back from injury later in the season, bro.
Yeah, but they need to go.
They got Kenny Moore back, and Charvarius Ward will be back in 5 weeks or something.
I love Charvarius Ward. He ain't fast enough,
bro. He got decent speed, bro. He's not slow.
Yeah, he's not slow, but he ain't fast. He stepped in front of a Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy. It's gonna be a long day.
It's gonna be a hard time for him. And I love it. I like the guy on my team for a while. You know what I'm saying?
What corners though? Respectfully, what corners are really keeping up with them? So I don't really think that
it's about three or four they can. That's the point though. So
well, what I'm saying is teams are game planning the best they can for this. There's going to be a lot of underneath coverage, and then the corners more so over top. And I think the Colts are coached well enough to where that will work for majority of the game. Now I think the Chiefs is going to get theirs because they always do.
I think the linebacker play for the Colts is going to be a problem too because it seems like every playoff run we get these situations where Pat starts scrambling and niggas be scared to tackle or they get lost or whatever the case is. They don't really have other than Franklin. Franklin's solid. They don't really have a great linebacker play to have a discipline.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a stack, bro. And I always say this: the only reason that I feel players are scared to hit Patrick Mahomes because that flag is always coming out, bro. It's always unnecessary.
Let it come out there, but make it work. Then hit him. You're gonna get flagged, right? You want to be flagged 15 yards, or you want to let him scramble past you for 30 and a touchdown? Hit him.
I know, bro. You
gotta hit him, bro. You gotta hit him, bro. You got to. And I've been a part of that. You don't try to be dirty and hurt him, of course. I'll never condone that. But if you have a chance to crack him, bro, and you're going to get 15, you crack him. You let him know. I'm not worried about the flag.
No.
You want to crack him inside his head. Because guess what? You're going to stop running. You're either going to be smarter and get down for real, or you can keep running and taking these hits. What you want to do?
Yeah, bro. You know what? We were having this conversation. I can't remember who I was having this conversation with. I think they got to change the slide rules. I think there has to be at least a 2-yard gap. You have to start sliding 2 yards before a defender is close to you.
You run right into the defender chest and then do that pump fake slide or that lean to the side. And because he leans to the sideline, I can't touch you.
I feel like if the slide is not clear and concise, before you enter that 2-yard gap, the hit should be free game, bro. Because this is
you are a runner.
Everybody is moving so fast, bro. You know how hard it is to pull up when you're going full speed. Like, of course, you're doing your best to protect these players.
You
and everything.
hurt yourself as a defender trying to pull up. I'm running full speed and got to stop on a dime on turf with all the knee injuries we done seen.
Right. Now I'm blowing out my Achilles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something crazy. You know what I mean? ACL.
Like, my ACL because I don't want to hit Patrick. What him? I'm finna light him up. Like,
right. I think they got to change that to a 2-yard.
Once you cross the line of scrimmage, you are a runner. You are not a quarterback, so you don't get to be protected like one. You cross the line of scrimmage.
A slide is a slide, though, bro. Like a slide is moving yourself.
They're not sliding because they know they can get away with it. So it's that fake slide of me juke right or let me tiptoe 4-5 more yards on the sideline. Then if I touch you, it's a flag. He's still gaining yards, bro. What are you doing now?
Right.
Yeah, I agree with y'all for sure. I think
fake slide got Kenny Pickett.
I think the thing they need to do is start penalizing. I think they need to start penalizing the quarterbacks for the fake slides or like the hesitations to go out of bounds. I think that should be a penalty. I think that's what's going to stop it ultimately. But let me get off into the last topic before we get into our last segment. So the Ravens with Lamar Jackson back. Currently, right now, 28-6. Do y'all believe they win the division? The Steelers have been struggling. The Browns and the Bengals at this point, they just are who they're going to be. I mean, Joe Burrow is expected to come back, I believe, sometime next month, but it might be too little too late at that point. So, do y'all think the Ravens win this division still?
Yeah, I do, because Mike Tomlin's the worst coach I've ever seen in my entire life. And then the Steelers ain't playing no defense, which is also a reason that Mike Tomlin's the worst coach I ever saw in my life. So
let me say this, man. If the Steelers lose this division after the Ravens started the season 1-5, bro, there's no justification to why Mike Thomas should still have a job.
No, especially not with the defense we have, bro. I'm not saying everyone's elite. I'm not saying TJ's the best pass rusher. I'm not saying that Ramsey's the best corner. But we got way too many.
I'm glad you finally accepted that. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean, calm down, bro.
He's watching it. He's seeing it.
I'm just glad he's accepted that.
We can get into that later, bro. But what I'm saying is we got too many good, really good, and some elite pieces to where we should be like a top 5 defense minimum. Like we have had too many pieces throughout the season to be as bad as we are. And for defense to be your specialty, that's what we should be living off of. Our offense wasn't even supposed to be good at all. And it's been way better than the defense.
No, you're right. I agree.
Like our offense wasn't supposed to be good at all. People was thinking we was going to score like 19 points a game.
I think I said 20 to 24 or something like that.
You said 20 points.
Yeah, so you're right.
I thought we could score 24 points a game, and that's reasonable. I think that's about where we're at right now.
And it should have been enough. Honestly, if that was what y'all was doing, it should be enough. Considering.
Thank you, bro. That's what I'm saying. 24 points should have won us damn near every game.
That, you got the most expensive secondary in the league, too,
bro. We got the most expensive defense overall, bro.
$163 million this year.
And then they just traded for Kyle Duggar. When it does not matter who's out there, bro, you're going to be ass, bro. Respectfully, like, excuse my language.
Well, Elliott tore his ACL, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, and he only did that because Tomlin's so bad of a coach, bro. He keep putting them in bad situations, bro. There's like, nah, man.
He even blaming him for the injury.
Yeah, bro. Literally everything that happens. The water boy's running late to work. Tomlin's fault, bro. I need him gone, bro. Like, I want the Ravens to win the division so bad. In fact, I want the Ravens to win. I want the Bengals to come in second. I want us to miss the playoffs. I want us to lose every single game, bro. I want us to lose every game. I am so tired of having Tomlin on the seat, bro. I've been trying to keep up my Tomlin persona for like the past 2-3 years, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. This nigga's ruining football for me right now.
All right, so the Ravens are what, 1-5, 1-6?
They 2-5. They about to be 3-5.
Okay, so they're 3-5. The Bengals are 3-5. The Steelers are 4-3. So they remain out of the. You said the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens win this division. Unfortunately, I know Will want that. I don't think so. I'm looking at their remaining schedule. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm looking at their remaining schedule. They play y'all twice. They'll split.
That's 2 W's, bro.
They're not gonna win both of those games.
I promise they are.
I don't think they win both of those. They play the Bengals twice. I don't think they win both of those. I'm just telling you, bro. Like, it's division games. We just seen it all year long. All the underdog division teams and matches we don't watch, especially on Thursday Night Football. The underdog teams.
So far, they're 2-2. So what is that? That's 5. That's 5 and 7.
They play the Patriots and the Packers also this year.
I think I'm not gonna lie. I got them winning the Patriots game. I don't know about the Packers game.
I don't have them winning either one of them games the way their defense look.
I'm telling you, this defense look different, bro.
The Packers game gonna be tough because they go into Lambeau. That is a tough game.
If Vrabel has them boys playing, I think the Patriots can beat them. And
Mike Vrabel is doing the game
in December.
All right.
I don't think they're in that game.
Bro, that's exactly why the Ravens are going to win. They're not going to want to tackle Derrick Henry in that cold, bro.
Yeah, but they're going to have to give Derrick Henry the ball, which we clearly know that they don't like to do. So they give it to him 1 week, the next week he get 8 touches. So it depends on
they will when it gets cold.
So
they play the Steelers twice when it's cold, and the Steelers are not going to want to hit, bro. I tell you, they're soft as fuck because of Mike Tomlin.
I'm just saying, Harbaugh ain't the smartest person in the locker room either. So you got 2 idiot coaches that's going to be in a coach off for dummy of the year. And then you got Jamar going to go off in one of them 2 games. Their defense going to give up 30, 40 points. And Joe's back in there.
He went off every game last season. He lost both.
I think Joe will be back by that week 15 mark. That'll be around the December mark when they play. And that's at Cincinnati. It'll be a home game for Joe. So Joe come back that game, they win. And then I think the Patriots and Packers beat them. That'll put them at 8 or 9 losses. They're not getting the playoffs for 8 losses.
Bro, look at the Steelers' remaining schedule, bro. We're gonna lose out, bro. I'm telling you, we might beat the Dolphins, bro. That's it. Bro, look at the remaining.
Lose out, but y'all not gonna lose out.
Bro, go over the remaining schedule for the Steelers, bro. The Ravens are going to win more games than the Steelers, bro.
The problem is y'all already have.
Bro, they're 2 games back, bro.
Week too, boy.
They're 2 games back, bro.
They got the Colts this week too.
Chargers.
Those are 2 L's. Another L.
Chargers is inconsistent too, bro. We always say.
But they're better than us.
Yeah, but we don't know which Justin Herbert.
I don't know. I think they might get the Chargers. I ain't gonna lie.
It depends on which Justin.
We're gonna go 2-1.
It's Justin Fields. I'm not Justin Fields. Justin Herbert's not the issue.
Just the offensive line. So we're
gonna go to
5 and 5.
Right. So then you got Bengals after that. The Bears.
Both of those are losses.
No, it's not, bro. The Bears just lost to the fucking Ravens without Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, bro. That's you can't say. Y'all can beat the Bears, bro. Like they're not good. They're okay,
bro. We always struggle with the Bears.
Lose every game, bro. Then you got
bro.
The Dolphins, you should win that game. Steelers, like I said, I got y'all. I mean, the Ravens, I got y'all splitting them games. You said you're gonna lose both. You got the Lions, Browns, you should win that game, and then you end the year with the Ravens in January.
The Steelers play the Bills, though, right?
Yeah, Bills.
In November, end of this month.
The Steelers play the Eagles too, right? Or no? Okay. Damn, I can't remember.
The best teams you play left are the Colts, Bills, and Lions. The Ravens are a division opponent. I just don't trust them games, bro. They can go either way. The Bears.
Okay, let me ask you a question, bro. Okay. Why do the Steelers beat the Bengals?
Why do they beat them? Why didn't they? Because your coach was in man coverage against Jamar Chase, bro.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, bro. Hold on. The defensive line hasn't been able to get any pressure. They're going to get Joe Burrow back. How are we going to beat them this time? We haven't got pressure for 3 straight weeks.
Joe won't be back when y'all play them. Y'all play them November 16th. He won't be back yet.
When is he coming back?
He comes back when the Ravens play them, I think in December. It'll be week 15 and 16. So that'll be mid-December. So that'll be when they play the Ravens, but not y'all.
Okay. Well, we're probably still going to lose to Flacco too, then.
Flacco got an AC joint issue, so he might be hurt. So you mess around with Jake Browning.
We lost to Jake Browning before too, bro. This is nothing new under Tomlin, bro.
Yeah, I get it, bro. I'm just saying, them 50-50 games, y'all.
I get it. So Mike ain't gotten the Ravens winning the division. I think
not gonna lose 8 or 9 games.
Like I said, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm not sure if the Ravens win the division or not, but I am sure of this: if Mike Tomlin loses this division after every team in the division started off the season pretty much 1-5 and 2-5 outside of his team, I'm sorry, bro, but this this all-time coach conversations he's been a part of, all of that shit's gonna have to stop. An all-time great coach will never lose a division where they have a 3-game advantage. That's that we gonna have to dead that. I don't care about never.
Tomlin need to be gone too.
I don't care about no Super Bowl appearances. I'm done with that conversation. If he goes out here and loses this division this season when they was up 2-3 games,
4 games.
I'm not hearing that shit no more, bro.
Or no, just three. My fault. Yeah.
But let's move off into the last subject, man. The last topic. So, hey, man, listen. Just like last time, we got to keep 3, cut 5. We got current today quarterback, running back duos, man. This
like how hold on. Question.
Guys. You said what?
Before we go into it, are we basing them on how good of players do we think they are, or how productive they've been this season together?
Either
we going off of just who you think the better duo is, regardless of whatever your criteria is. If you want to go off how good they've been this year, if you want to go off who you think just better, like it's up to you. Like
Mike, I need a clear answer so we can get through these, bro. Are we going off of who we think are better players, or who's been more productive this year, bro?
Just
all right. Just start it, bro. Just start it.
Production. I would say production based as well, but you also have a player like.
But you gotta factor in everything, bro. Some production can be misleading.
Both, like it depending on the duo, we gotta see which outweighs what.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Whoever you think the better duo, you feel me? Like, we good. Hey, listen. So again, keep 3, cut 5. Hypothetical quarterback, running back duo edition today. Let's go. First name I got for y'all. First duo I got, I should say. I got Justin Herbert and I got Bijan Robinson.
Oh shit! They ain't even team. God damn.
I'm not gonna keep simply because I think we're gonna get a better running back and quarterback duos. I don't know about Justin Herbert, man.
But they both play in top 5 of their position this year, bro. So we got
right. Yeah. See, here we go. Now they've been both top 5 this year, but we know how he gets. In the playoffs, bro. But listen. We know how he gets in the playoffs, though, right? So it's like
we cut.
Do you want to cut or you want to keep it, bro? I'm gonna leave this one. All right. We can cut.
All right. So next duo I got for y'all. I got Baker Mayfield. I got Christian McCaffrey.
Keep.
Oh, that's a keep. Yeah, that got to be a keep, bro.
Easy keep.
Okay. All right. Y'all boys quit with it. Okay. So look, hey, next duo I got Lamar Jackson and I got James Cook.
Damn, I don't want to go 2 in a row keep,
bro. But he's Lamar still.
All right. Hold on, bro. Realistically, we got to keep them, bro. You got to think. James Cook is a top 3 back in the league this year.
Well, Lamar ain't played this year, so we just want based off of who he is as a player. Like he just isn't.
Right, but come on, bro.
I'm good with that. I'm just asking.
All right. Oh my God, bro. We keep 2.
Listen, hold on. This my only thing, right, bro? We ain't heard Josh name yet. We ain't heard Joe name yet. We ain't heard Pat name yet. That's all I'm saying. We ain't heard Henry, Taylor. I'm just saying. I'm
gonna be honest, bro. I am not. Unless Derrick Henry is with Patrick Mahomes, I am not keeping him.
But what if he is, bro?
He got to be with. He got to be with him.
What we doing, man? What we doing? Will said he keep it. So what you doing, Mike?
Do you want to keep, bro? Or you want to cut?
That's too early, bro. I gotta cut, bro.
All right. We're gonna cut.
All right. So y'all gonna cut. Look, okay. Y'all gonna cut.
Yeah, that's crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy running right there, boy.
I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so look, listen. The next duo I got for y'all, man. I got Josh Allen. I got Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, keep.
Keep.
Damn, we would have kept 3 in a row. That'd have been crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of feeling like we could have cut Baker and McCaffrey, but I'm gonna let it go. because they both been playing pretty good ball.
All right. So next name I got then. Next duo. I got Jordan Love and I got Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a cut because Jordan Loves. I feel like he's the weak link, but he's been playing good ball this year. But as a quarterback, I'm not taking him over Lamar. I'm not taking him over Allen. I'm not taking him over Mahomes. You know, who's left? Burrow, Mahomes. Yeah, I'm not taking him over there. And then we can still get Dak. Dak's been playing out of his mind. So
That's true.
All right. Next duo we got, man. I got Pat Mahomes and I got Devon A-Chain.
oh, that's a cut because of AJ.
Yeah, even though he's been playing really good, he's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I done cut Pat Mahomes and Lamar. Boy.
I know this is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
God damn. Hey, listen, man.
real out here, man.
Hey, so look. So next duo I got for y'all, man. I got Dak Prescott and I got Breece Hall.
That's a cut because Breeze.
Breece is the pick.
Damn.
How many we got left?
2, I think.
Man. So listen, hey man. So look, in this keep 3, cut 5, my boys, y'all decided to cut Justin Herbert and Bijan Robinson. Y'all decided to cut Pat Mahomes and Devon A-Chain.
This is
Y'all
crazy.
decided to keep Josh Allen and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Y'all decided to cut the duo of Lamar Jackson and James Cook, which that
was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy.
And then y'all cut the duo of Jordan Love, Jahmyr Gibbs. Y'all kept Baker Mayfield and CMC.
Yeah.
And y'all cut Dak and Breece Hall. So the last duo y'all gotta keep. Y'all gotta keep Jalen Hurts and Josh Jacobs.
All right, yeah, we could have kept Lamar and Cook. I thought we had 2 more. I'm not gonna lie, but we could have kept Lamar and Cook. But
I was expecting Burrow to get used, so it was just like I
thought Burrow was gonna come in there.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I thought Henry was gonna be in there.
Shit, Jalen Hurts and running back 2 for Thomas. That's like 2 running backs, bro.
Hey, that's who you kept, bro. That's who you kept.
All right, that's cool.
It's all right, bro. It's all right. We was better.
Y'all know that shit not all right.
Hey, chill.
Bro. I thought we had 2 left, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I thought we had 2 left.
Well, you asked how many we had left. I said I think we got 2.
Yeah, I thought we had 2. That's why I was like, all right.
Nah, that was it, man.
All right, them first 2 solid though. We straight. We'll get back.
No, bro.
Chill, bro.
That was nasty. Hey, listen, man.
Other 2 was solid though.
I ain't saying they not. I'm just saying like you cut. Lamar and Mahomes.
You could have kept Dak and put Burrow in that motherfucker or something.
You cut. Yeah, if y'all cut Lamar and Mahomes, y'all wasn't gonna keep Burrow with Breece Hall.
It was because of the running backs, though.
Bro, I mean, Devon A-Chain ain't better than Breece Hall, bro.
Yeah,
James Cook been balling this shit.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
I'm like, this on purpose to trip us up. Because then we'd have kept 3 in a row.
Hey, listen, that 3 would have been better than keeping Hurts and Josh Jacobs. But hey, man, listen, man. Appreciate those tuning in to the show once again who did tune in. If you're not doing so already, hit like, subscribe on the channel, man. Hit the bell notification to be notified whenever we do go live. And be sure to follow me on my other social platforms. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, I'm everywhere, man. Look up the handle LastWord Productions. 9 out of 10 times, I'm there. So before we head out, man, I got anything y'all want to say?
Man, fire Mike Tomlin. If he still got a job, Rooney better walk around like Daft Punk, bro.
Hey, man, on the schedule, bro. We looking good.
All right, man. Pittsburgh Steelers 2025 Super Bowl champions.
13-4 looking real good right now, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
I'm gonna rock with y'all, man.
13-4 looking real good right
now, bro. I mean, talking about 13-4.